So I'd like to start off this video by having one of you tell me why I just had to sit through a 20-minute file update on NBA 2K19. If you guys have been with me for a while, watched me through 2K19, you would know that I uploaded a video literally on the last day of 2K19, like right before 2K20 came out. I called it my final rebuild of 2K19. I'm going to be doing the same thing for 2K20, but I just had to spend 20 minutes updating like a 2 to 3 gigabyte file update, which what could you be fixing on 2K19 past the day that it expired? I have no idea, but welcome back to another My League rebuild here on NBA 2K19. Yeah, we're doing episode 2 now of a series where I go back to old 2Ks. I do a rebuild. I did the worst team when I did 2K18. That was episode 1 of the series. If you guys have not seen that, make sure to go check it out after this. And we're going to be doing the worst team of 2K19 today. So this may come as a surprise to a lot of you, but yeah, the worst team with the worst record at the end of the 2018-2019 season was in fact the New York Knicks. So yeah, that's a tough one. Big surprise, whoop-de-doo. Franchise literally never catches a break. They thought they were going to end up with Zion Williamson. Obviously, they did not. I feel terrible for you. It's super unfortunate. But we're going to be rebuilding the next day. I did a Suns rebuild in 2K18. The Suns were only 2 games away from being the worst team again. I probably would have done a fantasy draft rebuild, honestly, if it had come to that. I wouldn't want to rebuild the Suns again within a week time frame. But you know what I'm saying? Let's hop into this one. And as always, if you guys are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30K right now. I'm going to be absolutely attempting to pump out content. I'm officially T-minus 1 week until I go back to college for, I would imagine what is 2 weeks before we all get sent home because we all are on borderline deathbeds of the Rona. But we're going to be doing 2K19 today. If you guys could also leave a like on this video, that would be absolutely awesome as well. This one, when I went back to 2K18, got a ton of love and a ton of support. I'm hoping to do it again today. So we take a look at this Knicks roster right now. When DeAndre Jordan is your best player when he's 30 years old, that is typically not a hot start. Then you have Emmanuel Mudiay, who I wouldn't say is a bust. I just wouldn't say lived up to expectations. Honestly, same goes with Dennis Smith Jr. He's actually been pretty good, though. Mitchell Robinson is here, obviously one of the better players on the New York Knicks right now. Overall-wise, I guess technically he is one of the better players, but he's not the best player. I believe he's actually the highest-rated overall player on the Knicks right now in 2K20. But we're not going to be talking about that a lot today. This is a pretty interesting team. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, Kevin Knox progresses like Jesus Christ in this game. Definitely have to work on that D-plus mid-range. I do not watch a lot of Kevin Knox. Last time I seriously focused on a game where Kevin Knox participated was probably in his summer league games when he was a rookie. So definitely going to have to be working on that. But yeah, this team is absolute hot garbage. We're definitely have a couple trades to make. Trade number 1 here. Frank Ntilikina, unfortunately, your time in New York has come to an end. DeAndre Jordan is also going to be leaving now. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. 1, he is an expiring contract. 2, he's 30 years old on the worst team in the NBA. We're obviously not looking for a ton of veterans right now. And 3, we are getting John Collins out of this deal. He's also a free agent at the end of this year. That kind of helps. Also picking up Taurean Prince. All we have to do is dump a second-round pick. John Collins, welcome to New York. Next trade here is going to be with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kadeem Allen and Luke Cornett heading over to Cleveland for John Henson and Jaren. That is like one of the weirdest last names I've ever seen in my life. John Henson, welcome to this team. Is going to be our new backup center behind Mitchell Robinson. I made that trade basically because I do not think Luke Cornett's going to be good in this game. So I believe that's probably going to be it for your number 1. We have a very nice young front court up in here. Taurean Prince is actually going to be inserted into the starting lineup, but I'm fine with Damian Dotson starting along with Emmanuel Mudiay. I'm definitely hoping both of them can progress. One thing I did do here was send Kevin Knox down to the G League. He's 19 years old. I think he's definitely going to develop very well down there, especially because all of you guys know 2K's whole system, when you send somebody to the G League, they tend to become, unbelievable after a year or maybe 2. So he will be down there. This rotation right now, I'm definitely going to fix a little bit, so let me do that real quick. All right, now we're all set here with this rotation. Mudiay, Dotson, Prince, Collins, and Robinson going to be the starting 5. I'm definitely making sure I'm getting these 2 the most minutes here. I am going with a 10-man rotation just because this team is young. They're also not very good, which, obviously we want to develop all the young guys, and, the old guys are here. They're here for a little while. I'm probably not going to move many of them at the deadline just because I don't really think a lot of them are on expiring deals. I mean, the old guys here really only include John Henson, and that's honestly about it. But bench looks like this: Dennis Smith Jr., John Henson, Mario Hezonja, Alonzo Trier, and then Noah Vonleh. I believe Mario Hezonja has left the Knicks. I believe he's in Portland at this point in time. And obviously led by the greatest head coach in NBA history here in David Fizdale. So I'm assuming we're probably going to win around 25 games. That would be generous. We are tanking for Zion. This is the draft class I'm using right here, if you guys could not tell. Seems like it's pretty good. I mean, I literally used it for a whole entire year in 2K19 and got some complaints, but people tend to not complain. So we're all set. At least the 2K19 servers are on. Anything before this, they're off. I learned that the hard way with 2K18, but yeah. So we're going to have draft classes that are real. But this team is absolute hot garbage. So funny how similar this looks. Like, they really, 2K just does not care about my league at all. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So I was actually pretty close in the department of guessing how many wins this team would have had. I said around 25. We ended up with 28. That is not that bad. Steph is your MVP. It's kind of cool because, you know, I don't know how much variation we're going to get. I honestly, it's all the 2Ks are just kind of a blur to me. I don't remember if there's a ton of variation in the MVP department here, but literally it seems like every day now Luka Doncic just wins the MVP 3 times in a row. So cool to see variation. Steph is your MVP. Trae Young, Rookie of the Year. Serge Ibaka, 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan Clarkson, Most Improved. Steve Kerr wins Coach of the Year. Look at the Warriors. Actually, you know, they're good right now. Okay. We're not in the playoffs. That is, as I mentioned, probably not really a surprise to anybody. Standings-wise on the year, we take a look right now. Let's see what pick we're currently projected. Wow, we're not, you know, the worst team in the East. That is surprising. So we're currently projected pick number 4. That would be cool if we could end up with that. Player stats on the year, Emmanuel Mudiay led us in scoring. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, no, we need a serious elite scorer on this team, and I don't even want to really look at team stats, but I would imagine we're probably one of the worst. 104 points per game, and defensively, we were very, very bad as well. All right, well, got to get into this offseason. The Golden State Warriors go on to win the finals. Steph Curry is your finals MVP. Good to see him finally getting the finals MVP. Yeah, it was the same finals, funny enough, Warriors and Raptors. So, we are now heading into this offseason. Okay, so now we're getting, this kind of looks a little different than what, you know, 2K20 looks like. I mean, it's still the exact same thing. It's just in a different, you know, kind of spread out a little bit. Player retirements, Carter goes, Dirk goes. Couple legends right there, Hall of Fame. I'll show you guys Dirk and Vince. I'm sure there's a couple more in there that'll probably end up making it as well. So, we're going to head up now to the draft lottery. This is a big moment of truth right here. See what pick we end up with. We're currently projected 4, as I mentioned. Does 2K want to be nice to me? 2K blessing me today, boys. Let's go. We end up with the number 1 overall pick. Malone's good. You have an A rating. Caleb Brand, you're fired. David Fizdale, I hate you. Caleb Canales, just no, you're fine, and then you're fired. So, my boy Randy Martin, he's good. Trent Peterson, another classic right here. Head coach, I think I'm just going to go Stauffer, who seriously needs to work on his game development. And now I'm going to go up to assistant GM. Michael Stauffer, like, develops, you know, my league, I'm pretty sure, in 2K, if you guys didn't know who that was. So, we're now heading up to the draft. Let me check right here. As I mentioned, so we do have the 24th overall pick in the second round. Kevin Knox is up to an 81 overall. That's cool. It definitely means he could be a potential starter. I think I'm going to give Knicks fans what Knicks fans, you know, were dreaming about. I think I'm going to give them Zion Williamson in New York. Unless I find some sort of crazy trade. Give me a second. New York Knicks fans, you are welcome. Zion Williamson, welcome to the Big Apple. He looks kind of skinny in his picture. That's kind of ironic and kind of funny. So, Collins, Smith, Prince, and Dotson are all welcome back. I'm just going to bring these guys back. You guys love it when I cheese and just trade guys for picks, so might as well do that a little bit today. Lance Thomas, that is not a name I have heard in a while. Moody, I will give the qualifying offer to. I mean, he did lead us in scoring with 16 points, so I really can't just dump on the guy. All right, so we now do need to, you know, kind of make a decision here with John Collins. I know I traded for him. I was not expecting to end up with the number 1 overall pick. 2K in general kind of hates me, so obviously Zion's here. He's not going anywhere. Like, he looks really skinny. How much? Do I have his weight on here? Does it not say weight? Is that like a, I don't know, a little shaky area, I guess? His weight's definitely somewhere on here. Wait, what does this say? Williamson, the Knicksiest pick ever? What are the Knicks doing? Okay, MF motherfuckers all the way, 471 knows what he's talking about. Yes, he does. Okay, yeah, so John Collins I'm kind of up in the air on. I think I definitely am going to give, you know, Kevin Knox here a year to start at small forward again. Only 19 years old, so we're going to have 2 19-year-olds starting. That tends to not be a good formula when you're trying to win a championship, but I probably have a trade to make here with John Collins. So we're going to try to work on this trade here with the Indiana Pacers. I tried for Bradley Beal. It really wasn't happening. So I'm going to try for Victor Oladipo, who's actually an 88 overall. I believe he's like an 83 right now in 2K. Kind of sad, but we're going to give our unprotected first next year just because I think we'll probably be pretty good, especially with, you know, I do have a move I might, you know, be considering this offseason. Might turn out pretty good for us here. So I would be willing to give you Lance Thomas as well if that would add value. And there's a couple other scrubs I know have down here that I don't really care about. They're not interested. How about if I give you one more first? And they agree to that. So just like that, Victor Oladipo is now the newest member of the New York Knicks. So point guard department, I'm still a little shaky in if I want to, you know, either go with Moody or Dennis Smith Jr. or neither of them, honestly. Dotson will be my backup. So Trier is now expendable. Along with that, Kevin Knox and Tree and Prince are honestly fine. I'm going to go with Knox in the starting. Williamson's obviously fine, and then Robinson and Henson are good as well. So we are now into free agency. I don't know how much money I have. I actually have money. Oh, my God. I think I'm just going to go full out here and, give Knicks fans what a possibility this. Oh my God, Kyrie wants to go back to the Celtics. You could have done it in real life, dude. That just didn't happen, though. Okay. I was thinking about Kyrie. Kemba Walker is also a valid option here. It looks like he's going to attempt to sign with the Clippers. I'd rather, get Kemba here. I'll give him a no-trade clause because I don't really foresee myself signing anybody better here. D'Lo is restricted while Boogie's an 88. That's kind of funny to see. Randall at an 86. Yeah, I just don't really see myself signing Kevin Durant. I mean, I could make an offer, but that is the max it lets me. Like, it's just the base is the max. So I'll give him an offer. If it ends up signing with us, I can. Oh my God, Kyrie worked. Kyrie Irving worked. I definitely did not think that was going to happen. Kevin Durant goes to the 76ers. I feel like that used to happen a lot. Emmanuel Mudiay is going to go to the Bulls. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be matching that. Yeah, renounce the rights. That's what I was trying to do because I know it's not going to let me sign Kyrie if I, end up matching it. So it's fine. Emmanuel Mudiay can go. Dennis Smith Jr. will probably just come off the bench in some way, shape, or form. So we ended up getting, I know Knicks fans were thinking they were getting Kyrie, KD, and Zion. We got Kyrie and Zion. So it could definitely be a lot worse for you. We now have an unbelievable backcourt here. And I definitely still have one or two more moves to make. I'll probably still honestly go a 10-man rotation. I do not want to not have a backup point guard. So I think, I want to move Trier or Dotson? I do like them both. Wow, neither of them are very good defenders, according to their ratings here. I don't really watch much of either of them, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm actually going to move Dotson. So I'm looking for a backup power forward now. Somebody to back up Zion Williamson. Doesn't have to be anybody too unbelievable. They're not going to be playing a ton anyways. Ersan Ilyasova, I'm maybe looking a little younger, but I do see, I was getting a first-round pick there as well, so that may not be the worst thing in the world. Fred VanVleet should have been Finals MVP. I'm kidding. Don't castrate me in my comment section. Yeah, we'll do Ersan Ilyasova. Can stretch the floor a little bit. Also another veteran presence along with the first-round pick. So that is now 10 guys. I think Knicks fans are going to be pretty happy with this one, and I will see you guys at the start of year number 2. So we're here at the start of year number 2 right now, and I think we're looking a lot better than we were last year. Kyrie Irving, Victor Oladipo, Kevin Knox, Zion Williamson, and Mitchell Robinson. I'm very excited to see what this team can do. Obviously, looking to be in a playoff spot this year rather than, a lottery spot. Bench looks like this as well. It's a really solid bench. Dennis Smith Jr., John Henson, Taurean Prince, Alonzo Trier, and then Ersan Ilyasova, who is a 74. He's only playing 10 minutes a night. It's really not that big of a deal. So I'm very excited to see what this team can do. Hopefully we end up 1 or 2 seed maybe. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. 56 and 26 to end year number 2 here. Very excited about that. Jokic is your MVP again. I'm excited to see these, change. Pretty cool. Zion is your rookie of the year. Not in real life, but 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 2 blocks for the number 1 overall pick. Ricky Rubio, 6th man, is in New Orleans. Pretty sure he's in Phoenix right now. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Montrezl Harrell, Most Improved. No love for Stafford. There's no love. It's, we won 28 games last year, and we win 56 this year. Have probably the best record in the league, and still don't win Coach of the Year. I get it. It's his first year, but come on now, 2K. As I mentioned, we are a 1 seed. Looking at the conference right now, 7 games ahead of Philly. And best record in the NBA. Player stats on the year led in scoring by Kyrie, Oladipo, Zion, Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr. off the bench. Pretty solid right there. Taurean Prince, Mitchell Robinson. Oh, boy. I don't need him to score the basketball if he's going to put up rebounds and play good defense. I really don't. Henson, Ilyasova, Alonzo Trier. Oh, Rondo's on this team as well. Unlike 2K20, it appears Mitchell Robinson is more than content with his role here. In 2K20, he kind of just, bitches whatever role he's in and ends up requesting a trade. Wow, unbelievable defensive team, under 104 points a game, and we have the best differential. All right, we got Indiana here in the first round. Let's take a look at their squad right now. Aaron Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, Jimmy Butler they signed, John Collins, Miles Turner. I forgot I traded them John Collins, who, again, it's a weird one with Sabonis and Turner there, but it is what it is. So, I forgot. Got to simulate the round. Don't got to simulate game by game. It's a little different now. All right, we're up 2-0 right now real quick. I cannot imagine that we're probably going to be losing this series. It's a good team, but I think we're probably a lot better. So we end up winning in 5. Not too bad. Moving on, take on the Celtics, who are a good team, and we took Kyrie from them. So they do have John Morant now. So there's that. Morant, Brown, Tatum, Jesus Christ, a.k.a. Marcus Morris, Al Horford's still here. Gordon Hayward is still here. Marcus Smart. Yeah, that's a solid squad right there. I always do that. I always just keep hitting simulate game. I would not be surprised if we lost this team, especially because we are such a young team. We literally have 2 19-year-olds starting on this team. But I say that and we win in 5. Moving on to the Toronto Raptors. They were in the NBA Finals last year. Lowry, very underrated player who I just definitely do not use a lot. Really should start. Bullock, Kawhi re-signed. Siakam, Ibaka, Gasol. Yeah, that's a pretty solid team right there. Kevin Knox, you got your hands full. You got to guard one of the best players in the league. Definitely the best two-way player in the league, in my opinion. 3-2, and okay. We win at 6, and now taking on Mike Malone, Coach of the Year in the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray, Harris, Michael Porter Jr., Millsap, Jokic. I believe that's their same starting 5 as real life. In the bubble anyways, I'm pretty sure it is. We're up 3-0. Oh my god, I tried to get gameplay, and I woofed it. I boofed it so hard. But we do win a finals. We win a finals here in year number 2 after having the number 1 overall pick. From worst to first, we do it in a single offseason. I'm very excited about that. Crawford hangs it up. Korver, Jefferson. Wow, Al Jefferson? Where the hell were you, in Memphis? League retire. I did not mean to do that. I meant to go up to the draft lottery. Let's check it out right now. We do not have our own pick. I cannot imagine we have any sort of pick. I don't see the Knicks anywhere. So, yeah, no. Celtics are still, bathing in picks from other teams. It's kind of nice. It's not really the same in real life, but you know what I'm saying. I will sign a new head scout as well, and I think everything else should be fine. Cool. We're heading up to the draft right now. I don't even think we have any late round picks. I know we traded our first, and we actually have the 9th overall pick in the second round. I'll take 2 future seconds from Philly for that. All right, I got a couple moves to make here. So all 3 of these guys are going to come back. I'm going to bring back Ersan Ilyasova as well, but unfortunately, I'm just going to trade him immediately, looking for somebody else. Qualifying offer, I will give Taurean Prince. He's definitely a solid backup for us. Now, I do want to check out a couple things here. What were Kevin Knox's stats last year? 15. Okay, I didn't even realize. He played pretty well, so I don't really want to trade him. But if the right move comes up, and the same goes for Mitchell Robinson. You guys know me, I love Mitchell Robinson. Obviously, his development is not the same as what it is in 2K20. I believe he'll probably be around an 84 at the start of next year. But if I can find somebody that, I'm guaranteeing is going to be better than that, I might do that. So, we reached out, and we gave the qualifying offer to Taurean Prince. Oh, Ben Simmons is here. He is a restricted free agent. Looks like, yeah, he's just going to go back to Philly, no doubt there. Mike Conley is the second best free agent here. Siakam, would be the best, if it was right now. So, John Henson's a free agent. I would definitely not mind bringing him back. Alonzo Trier, same goes there. I believe he's a second-round pick, correct? So, yes. Oh, no, he's undrafted. Alonzo Trier's undrafted? Out of Arizona. I thought he was a second-round pick. I must be losing my mind. And then I'll wait for the qualifying on Prince just because I believe the game will glitch and I will not be able to bring him, or it won't glitch, but it'll give him his qualifying offer. And he could be in some sort of trade. I'm not really positive yet. So, Taurean Prince, I'm just going to absolutely match that right now. And so we should be all set. Okay. So we have this entire team back from last year at this point in time. You guys know me. I hate leaving teams the same, especially in a situation like this. We're in an old 2K. I want to try to pull off one more blockbuster. Let's see if we can do it. So I think the big trade, I've been trying to sit here and make trades with literally everybody for like 10 minutes at this point. No, it might not seem like a long time, but sitting here not speaking, trying to make trades actually does take a long time. So I didn't want to get Tamar. Unfortunately, I think it's going to end up being him. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, I will show you his statistics. Wrong person. I will show you his statistics. He's actually balling the hell out. His per 36 numbers are unbelievable as well. So I think he's going to be a definite upgrade. I don't really think that's a debate. And number 2 is I hate leaving teams the same way. I just absolutely hate it. So at this point in time, I don't really want, to trade Mitchell Robinson, but I also kind of do. The thing that's tough is I totally forgot about this. Mitchell Robinson is 2 stars on 2K19, no matter what. He's valued at 2 stars. So I could include him in, a trade for a much better center, even though he's only making $1 million, which also kind of kicks me in the balls. It's like trading a first-round pick. It literally, there's not a ton of different value there. If I were to trade Taurean Prince, he'd have 2 stars probably. So it's a tough thing, but I'm probably just going to live with it for now. Unfortunately, I probably still will not go with a 10-man rotation. I'm probably going to go with a 9-man rotation. I think Taurean Prince could be expendable. I do not mind having Dennis Smith Jr., who was like our, 4th leading scorer last year, so I'm definitely probably going to keep him. I think Taurean Prince is probably expendable either for a power forward or a center, and then just tomorrow won't have a backup. So I'm looking for some sort of big man, and then I'll sign the other one. I also haven't really been signing a lot of people in today's rebuild, so Zach Collins is probably, I could just kill 2 birds, 1 stone here, but nah, we'll make this a little bit exciting. You guys know me. I'm a kind of a big Luke Kennard fan. Could do this. Screw it. Let's do this with the Lakers. JaVale McGee and Mo Wagner. We also have to give up a first-round pick. That's not the end of the world. I'm just going to move Wagner. It's not Wagner. I think it's Wagner. Down to power forward. He's 76, and he's only 23, so he'll progress a little bit. So this is the final team for now. I'm excited to see what can happen. It's funny. These guys are literally the same. Like, literally, look. Like, if I were to put up Mitchell Robinson, he has 2 stars. And okay, he has 2.5 here. But, like, look at the trade offers I'm getting for him. And I know when you include it with other things, I'm getting no good offers with him. It's mostly because he's making $1 million, but you guys know what I'm saying. Whatever. I will see you guys at the start of the 3rd and final year. Okay, I'm saying screw it, and I'm doing this deal. JaVale McGee, Mitchell Robinson, and 2 first and a second-round pick. Going to Miami. I'm picking up Bam Adebayo. Statistically, Mitchell Robinson's putting up 6.5 and 10. Bam's putting up 10, or pretty much 11 and 9. I'm going to take Bam Adebayo pretty much every day of the week. They're both solid defensive players. So now we do have Isaiah Thomas here, who does have to get traded. I hate trading IT. I love IT as a Celtics fan, but unfortunately, I need a new backup big man. So he is the guy that has to go because I'm not replacing Dennis Smith Jr. So Isaiah Thomas, Zach Collins is absolutely perfect. Okay, we're now all set. I did make a trade that I did not anticipate making, but I also thought Mitchell Robinson would have developed a little bit more. He unfortunately did not. So let me go ahead and set this rotation and I'll be back. So we are all set here for the start of the third and final year. Looking to go back-to-back. Kyrie Irving, Victor Oladipo, DeMar DeRozan, Zion Williamson, and Bam Adebayo. I think this is an absolutely unbelievable squad. I'm a little shaky on DeMar feet. You know, sometimes, and especially in 2K20, he ends up being terrible. And it's so crazy to me. It's like him, Fred VanVleet. I'm trying to think of a couple other guys that just, I get it. He's 31 years old. He should not have regressed like 2 or 3 overalls. He's a star still. It makes no sense. He put up 20 points a game last year, and you're 22 points a game last year, and you're telling me this dude's going to regress 2 or 3 overalls because he's 31? Get out of here. That's 2K's progression needs some serious improvement. Dennis Smith Jr. is still going to be my 6th man. Zach Collins, the new addition. Alonzo Trier, and then Mo Wagner, a new addition as well. I'm really liking this team. I'm excited to see what we can do. I will see you guys at the end of the third and final season. So Steph Curry wins his 2nd MVP award of this video as we go 61 and 21 to close out the final year of 2K19 until probably next year when I do this video again. James Wiseman, Rookie of the Year for the Chicago Bulls. Vince Hunter. Who? I'm sorry if he's a real person. He probably is. I just don't know who he is. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year. Darius Garland, Most Improved. Stafford does get a Coach of the Year. Good. He should have got it last year as well. Standings-wise, that's the division. I meant to look at the conference because it's funny because in 2K20, the conference is up here, so it's just a habit. All right, 15 games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks. 46 wins got them a 2 seed. We take a look at player stats right now. Leading scoring by Kyrie. Zion was number 2. Oladipo, DeMar, Dennis Smith, Bam Adebayo. It's pretty similar numbers, if not a little bit better than what Mitchell Robinson would have done. So I'm still very comfortable with the move. I would say definitely in real life I would take Bam Adebayo like 10 times out of 10 over Mitchell Robinson. Some of you might disagree with that, but I would. Scoring-wise, we didn't do that great. Defensively, though, oh my God, under 100 points a game at 99.9 points a game allowed. 12.4 differential. All right, we got Indiana here in the first round, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Jimmy Butler's with them, John Collins. Marc Gasol's a new addition. Miles Turner. What is up with the big men here? I just wish, like, that is something small. Like, I get it. This is 2K19. It still happens in 2K20, so I'm just saying it. Like, can you give, like, CPU teams a little bit of trade logic? Like, why would they trade for Marc Gasol? Just why? And still have Miles Turner on the team. If you want to trade Turner after that, look, I get it. There's no reason they would have 4 big men like that who are all capable of starting in the league on their team. It just doesn't make any sense. Philadelphia here. Simmons, Zaire Smith, Kevin Durant, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. That is a scary-ass starting 5 that I honestly don't know if I'm going to be beating. I would say, you know, I would take Kyrie over Simmons, Oladipo over Zaire Smith, Kevin Durant, obviously, you know, over DeMar. We win in 5. Okay, I don't even have to go on to that. Milwaukee here in the East Finals. Bledsoe. Wow, Eric Bledsoe. Malcolm Brogdon. I don't know why I said to Eric Bledsoe like he's not on the Bucks. I guess I'm just excited for playoff Bledsoe because he's typically not the best player in the playoffs. Malcolm Brogdon still with the Milwaukee Bucks, unlike real life Middleton, and then Jesus Christ. Alex Len, Damian Dotson. All right, that's, again, a really, really solid team right there, and I really, really don't know. Okay, we're up 3-0. How do these things happen to me? Like, old 2Ks, I feel like, you know, I never had good luck with 2K. Maybe they liked me. CP3 still on the Houston Rockets here. Obviously, the Russell Westbrook trade was in the offseason. Obviously, that never happened. Chris Paul, James Harden, Lance, Jared Vanderbilt, and Clint Capella. Let's go game by game. We lose game 1. Lose game 2. Lose game 3. Are we serious right now? Okay, here we go a little bit. Here we go a little bit, and we're going to game 7. Okay. That was risky as fuck. I don't really know why I just went on and simulated, you know, all those games. Are we coming back and then really going to... Oh, brother. Oh, brother. We lose 3 straight. We win 3 straight. And then I simcast it because I was going to hop in and I lose. So that's my fault for not getting any gameplay. God damn it. All right. I'm still very content with the moves I made. I don't really remember who we played in the finals last year, but that Houston team was really solid as well. So this is the squad we ended up with. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like for this video. Let's see if we can get 300 likes. That would be absolutely unbelievable. But I'm probably going to continue to do these. As I mentioned, let me know some other 2Ks you want me to go back to. I'm still looking for my Xbox, so if I can find it, I can go all the way back, I think, to 2K15. I will, honestly, if you want me to do 2K14, I'll buy it. It's probably like $5. I really don't care. So let me know other 2Ks down below in the comments section that you want me to go back to and rebuild a team. Of course, these are only going to happen up until 2K21 drops, because after that, we're going to have unbelievable content pushing out. I'm ready to hop back on the grind, get right into it, even though I'll be at school. But, you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I really don't care about school right now. So I'm super excited. If you guys are new as well, you could subscribe. Oh, boy. I kind of like going back and doing these. It's kind of, you know, a breath of fresh air from 2K20, which is just absolutely terrible. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.